Hey, what's going on, everyone? Alright, change of plans a little bit. Gonna kind of divert from the whole political scene for a little bit, because that's getting wild. I mean, Biden just dropped out, so, that's getting too wild for me to process with my small, tiny dinosaur brain. Uh, anyway, back to actually diverting back to helping yourself type videos, and then trying to find ways to experiment with other forms of content that I feel like I would enjoy more, such as storytime type videos. Maybe I tell you all about things that have happened in my D&D games that are absurdly dumb. But that is beyond the point. Today, I wanted to tell all of you how I personally got my mental health together. Admittedly, one, it's not a course of any kind. I'm not like if you want to give me money, I guess cool. But it would literally just be just cause I don't have any product you can buy except a thumbs up maybe. Two, this probably won't work for everybody, but it has shown a lot of results for myself personally. So I'm speaking more from self-experience, and I feel like if more people did this, it would definitely help a little bit. So, a little bit of backstory. I was a little depressed kid. Not even a little bit. I was very depressed as a youth. I had a lot to be depressed about, you know? But eventually I got out of that, right? And I did so. It definitely wasn't easy. In fact, it was probably the most difficult thing I've ever had to do in my life. Even now, my depression still likes to resurge a little bit, but now I know how to fight it. And well, what I did, to cut to the chase, what I did is I really looked at myself, mentally at least, and I tried to understand every little bit about me. I looked at what triggers I do have, why they are triggers, and then childhood reasons of why certain personality traits of mine developed like they do. And from looking at all of that, after basically doing what therapists spend years trying to do for each patient, I luckily had the advantage of it. I was doing it myself. But that also comes with the disadvantage of if I get overwhelmed, I'm more opted to just back out. Luckily, eventually, I braved through it, having to reopen old traumatic experiences so I can analyze them. And of course, I went at my own pace, and I feel like for those who would do this, you should as well. But it is probably the most effective thing, because once you can analyze every little tick of your personality, every little tick of your triggers, then you will be able to analyze how to dampen the effect of said triggers, understand why they are triggers, and teach yourself to not react as boldly as one would. For example, mine was mostly self-confidence type issues. I looked at why I had developed such a lack of self-confidence, and after a few or so years, it still took years, it's not a quick fix, but after a few years, and with the help of my friends, of course, backing me up, I was able to have a good confidence. I was able to walk, more boldly. I was able to hold my head up It's really about understanding who you are so that you can fix what you don't like about yourself mentally, or what you feel like is holding you back. If you're feeling more homesick, let's say, understand why you're feeling homesick and why you moved. You gotta understand why you moved. If it was a thing that was your choice in the end, you gotta remind yourself of the choice that you made, if it is still, a good one and not like a huge major regret. Or look at yourself in this new town and think, okay, I might as well take advantage of the possibilities I have here that I wouldn't have had in Old Set Town. Again, mostly referring to myself growing up in a small town. Or let's say you're one with anger issues. You need to analyze yourself and understand why you have said anger issues. What factors in your childhood contributed to your anger? If it was things like your dad left, or things like your mom was mean, or that you were bullied by your brothers or the school, or like your sister was an a-hole, or even like that you weren't as able to mentally keep up with the rest of the kids and the whole school picked on you for it and everything just seemed so stressful. Not as much speaking from personal experience on that one, but listing off, typical things that would contribute to anger issues. You need to understand how these factors played into your anger and understand how to improve on yourself so that you aren't as angry of a person. But, so, TLDR, look at yourself. Understand why you do things you do, even the more minor things. Understand what childhood factors contributed to you behaving like that so that you can better tackle the issue and improve on yourself in the future. It's not an easy process, it's not a quick process, but once you start seeing results, it truly is like magic. It's witchcraft. Going on to the lighter note of things. June. Quote? Alright. Well, anyway, that's all I gotta say. If you want to join my little community, join the Neko Warlock official community Discord server. We are always looking for new members, and I love seeing your pretty faces. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Like because algorithm stuff. Subscribe because it makes me feel special. That's all I gotta say. If you got anything you want to say, remember, type it down in the comments below. I do look at your comments. It's not like there's too many for me to read. And yeah, that's about it. See ya.